Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D-Rose Report. Here we go. In May, if you recall, Beth Phoenix suffered a devastating ACL tear during the WWE Superstars match against Rosa Mendez. During that time, she had to drop the women's title to Layla and sat on the sidelines for about 6 months to recover. The Glamazon spoke with WWE.com regarding her road to recovery and revealed that she initially feared that she would not be able to return to the ring ever again. So, Christmas miracles happen. Local advertising for February 6th Raw taping. I don't know why it's taped, but at the Bradley Center, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, is centered around The Miz defending the WWE Championship. I don't know whether that's going to end up being a gauntlet match pretty much all night or what, but. And after over a year and a half, the WWE Raw guest star concept has apparently came to an end because WWE.com removed the guest star section from its Raw section. You can only assume and hope. Ashley Ann Vickers, who? Ashley Valence, announced today on her official website that she's decided to part ways with WWE World Wrestling. She says, as many of you know, I've had an amazing run for the last 6 months in WWE. I don't know what was amazing about it, that she lasted 6 months probably. But all good things must come to end. I'm going in different directions with my career and time. It says, can't express how much the experience, friendship made during this. And she's moving to Hollywood to pursue acting career, as everybody does that's ever been a wrestler. Hardly anybody ever makes it. Former MC with the Memphis Grizzlies, by the way, she debuted in June as co-host of NXT Season 2. And according to Dave Meltzer, now catch this, start some rumors here. Dave Meltzer of Yahoo Sports, former UFC heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar is looking for an exit strategy to get out of his UFC contract, which most believes is currently has one more fight left on it. Lesnar badly wants to work WWE's WrestleMania 27, the pay-per-view in Atlanta next year, because he's been talking with WWE officials about how a deal can be reached. MMA World has been buzzing about this story since Meltzer broke it, the news on Monday night. Meltzer said on his radio show that the fight with Vasquez has changed Brock's attitude on fighting, and he is at the stage of his life where he doesn't want to get injured. Well, you're in the wrong neighborhood with that. He's very well off financially, and the businessman in him wants to know that it may be time to move on. Lesnar's been hunting and hasn't even thought about the next fight, by the way. Lesnar apparently wants to do WrestleMania badly and will earn somewhere around $2 million for 30 minutes of work. Now, you got to, do there's a lot going on up to that point. And it's widely known that Lesnar was miserable with WWE's brutal travel schedule, and has vowed to never return to the road when WWE 200 days a year is what he was doing. With mainstream success that he's had in UFC and the insane drawing power that he's displayed during that time there, he could make a truckload of money working WrestleMania and another few limited appearances, most likely at pay-per-views. WWE December 23rd, Impact TNA drew a 1.07 cable rating with about just close to 1.5 million viewers. Previously did a 1.12. Down some. December 23rd edition of TNA Reaction did a 0.59 cable rating with about 757,000 viewers. Previous full hour did a 0.5 with about 700. Just about 775,000 viewers. By the way, Hulk Hogan, he went under a 9-hour surgery last Tuesday for problems with his spinal cord that has been plaguing him for the majority of the past year. The procedure required Hogan to have his spine rebuilt, of all things. This has been updated on his Twitter following his condition, accompanied by a series of photos showing his surgery scars with the caption including, "This was my Christmas present. I'm tired of being cut." I don't think so. Why don't you look at your forehead? Former Tiffany, WWE, is celebrating a birthday today, noting on her Twitter account that she's filming a pilot episode for an unnamed TV show today. Don't know whether that'll get off the ground or not. Last Thursday's episode of Superstars WGN did a 0.55. 540,000 viewers. Replay did a 0.23, but 221,000 viewers. As noted before, FCW champion Mason Ryan defeated Chavo Guerrero at a SmackDown Live event in Pittsburgh, PA I think it was not last. It was either last night, night before last. Mason announced that he's from Pittsburgh, but as reported before, was from the UK. Apparently, he don't know his address. All right, WE sometime announces new talent as being from cities they aren't running in to get over as a babyface. Mason also completed a battle royal earlier that night and also saw former Percy Watson compete and complete too. WWE sometime, well, I was telling you about the announcements, but I think the reason they do that also is just to get just a little pop, just one little pop from the crowd each night. All right, I know you guys have been wanting to know this information. Former WWF light heavyweight champion Dwayne Gillberg. He's been running for Gillberg's Pro Wrestling Academy in Severn, Maryland since the summer. Gillberg and his staff trains aspiring wrestlers or perspiring wrestlers, whichever you want to call it, valets and managers 4 days a week. For more information, call 410-969-8077 if you're a perspiring wrestler. Pittsburgh Penguins forward Matt Cook was in the front row at last night's SmackDown Live event. Pittsburgh, PA. Cook was pointed out by Edge in the main event where he put over the Pittsburgh. All right, Michael Cole, by the way, called it down the middle pretty much as special guest referee in Raw Dark Match event last night that saw John Cena, Randy Orton beat The Miz and Sheamus. Also added, Cole did hesitate on counting a pin attempt by Orton on The Miz at one point, though. Beth Phoenix, Chris Masters is going to be appearing at Kate Gleason Auditorium in the Central Library of Rochester, New York from 11 a.m. till noon. Hour. They will be promoting WWE's WrestleMania Rally for the Reading. Alright, the first 11 months of 2010, WWE did 1,941,000 domestic pay-per-view buys on 12 events, averaging about 161,750 buys per show. In comparison, though, with the first 11 months of 2009, they did 2,594,000 domestic buys on 13 shows and averaged about 199,000 per show. It's a drop of close to 19%. I don't know how much you can blame on them or the economy. SRG Films has signed an agreement with Richard O'Sullivan to do a movie about the life and the death of Chris Benoit. Half of the movie's projected $7 million budget is said to have been raised. If the other half can be raised, the movie will be produced in 2011. Listen, that's my wife.
Hello, it's your wife.
I'll answer it in a second. I'll answer you in a second. All right, WWE Monday Night Raw on May 16th, 2011 was held at the AT&T Center, San Antonio, Texas. That's coming up. Despite WWE announcing Royal Rumble being sold out, it's said that there's still some $300 tickets on the floor left. It hurts me. Oh, it hurts. FCW's, let me see. Oh, let me go back. In the light of CM Punk mentioning Jersey Shore cast member Snooki on Raw last night, the reality stars responded on her Twitter, CM Punk, I'll see you soon. She wrote, well, with a wink symbol. All right, final SmackDown taping of 2010 tonight features the main event. It's going to be Edge teaming with Rey Mysterio versus Kane, Alberto Del Rio again. Dark match is going to be with Big Show, I guess, the special guest referee, but they never said really what it was. Raw went off the air to New Albany with Randy Orton and John Cena beating The Miz in a tag team with, like I say, Michael Cole was the referee. And Cena posed for everyone, so did Orton. To get the pictures. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.